We are the generation that refuses to wait for permission to prosper.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy Maurice, and today, as you can see, I am rocking my Wall Street Looks Like Us Now apparel. So, why am I wearing this? I actually went to the family reunion with Wallstreet Trap. It was on November the 1st, and today I want to go ahead and tell y'all a little bit about my experience and what it was like. And first off, let me say that it started about 9:30. So I was leaving from Central Florida. It was about a 7.5 hour drive. So I ended up leaving about 2:30, and I made it there about 10 o'clock. Pretty long drive, but I was pretty excited. I listened to podcasts the whole time that I was driving up there. Once I got to the Freedom Center, for one, let me tell you, and you'll probably see the B-roll of this, but the building is massive. What's up, everybody? This is your boy Maurice with Blank Scripts Films, and today it's going to be a pretty cool episode. I get to let y'all know what we got going on today. Right now, I actually just made it to Georgia, and this big building that you see behind me, that right there is indeed the Freedom Center. And if you know anything about it, I'm out here at the family reunion with Wallstreet Trap. So stay tuned. It looks like a big mansion. It's pretty awesome. When we got up there, I went through security and everything, and I was greeted by these three females who essentially checked me in. He had all these cool backdrops for photo ops, which I'm very glad that he took in consideration for a lot of us who create content as well. All right, what's going on, everybody? So I am officially at the Wallstreet Trap family reunion. Hey, with Blank Scripts, we out here hanging with everybody. So what's going to go on is, hey, we just all out here functioning. We all making money together and stuff. So I definitely going to keep y'all updated. So I went up there by myself, and I didn't feel like I was by myself. I felt like everybody was pretty approachable. We were all there for the same reason, and in all honesty, it did feel like a family reunion. Once I got into the auditorium, there was a lot of music playing, and he was playing a lot of stuff that we can hit, like Cupid Shuffle and stuff like that. Just like music that get everybody out their seats and essentially get involved. It was really hype. As we all kind of, talked with each other and was kind of like, telling our experiences as far as like being in Trap's group, I'd say that, everybody had pretty relatable stories, and the whole thing was just a vibe. So the first speaker that he had introduced us to was Terica Smith, and she's like a real estate guru. She gave us some gems about real estate, which was very, very valuable. Gave us a strategy and everything, and I really appreciated it. You had to be there to get the gems. I will say that. But yeah, it was definitely a vibe. she had a very inspiring story, because not only do I focus a lot in investing, but I also focus in real estate as well. And just being around so many wealth minded individuals, it was just like a breath of fresh air. So then Trap came out, and he gave us workbooks, so that we could essentially be able to take something home with us, and get more value out of being at the family reunion. So this is the workbook that we got. It says Reclaiming My Relationship with Money by Wallstreet Trapper. So I'm not sure if he's gonna make this available to purchase or whatnot later on down the line. But there's plenty of gems in there. It definitely helps you when it comes to changing your mindset on how do you really think about money, wealth, and investing. There is actually, you know what? I'll do one of the questions in here because I thought it was really deep. Because there's plenty of them in here, but there was one I really appreciated him putting in here. In the beginning, he has a section in there called the financial genesis. And actually, yeah, it's going to be the first question. It was the observation. The first time I remember money causing tension or fear in my house was when ... So for me, and I'll go ahead and give you my answer. So I put it was when I was younger and our lights were cut off, and we had to use candles for a few days as a kid. This was around the when I first moved to Florida, within the first few years of being in Florida. We had our lights cut out a few times or whatnot, but the first time we were at an apartment called Fountain Square, off of Edgewood, and I just remember getting home from school. We didn't have any power, and just really understanding, or not even understanding, but it just put that insecurity in me of I always wanted to be in a position to make sure that me and my family was good, because I've gone through it, and that's not something that you want to be in. It's kind of normal as a Floridian, if the power goes off and because of a hurricane. So it's kind of the same situation. So actually, when it does happen, I tend to be very thankful, knowing that eventually it's going to be cut back on. But it wasn't because I wasn't taking care of my responsibilities or anything. It's a natural disaster. But every time it happens, with the because I have kids and stuff, first thing I want to do is after the storm passes, I barbecue. You want to preserve as much food, keep it cold as long as possible, but you also don't want to waste, have a lot of waste, or have to throw away a lot of viable food, so you have to cook it. So I've cooked chili and pasta in a chimney. I've baked lasagna on a barbecue grill, you name it. But it's when you brought up in the struggle, and you can kind of reminisce about those things. When you're a kid, you have this innocence about you where it's for us, yeah, it could be scary, but at the same time, it could be an adventure, just because you're getting through it. And to be honest, especially in where my mindset is today, just just going through things. I feel like I get more hype, more motivated by having to go through things. I don't have like a pessimistic mindset. I have a very optimistic mindset. As a matter of fact, when I do uh, come in contact with adversities these days, I will say that I feel like the inside of my soul tends to glow because I know that shoot, there's a pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. Like, yes, you have to go through it, but when have you ever been given anything that you didn't have to, put any type of effort for? And I know I'm kind of going off on a long rant, and I probably lost my train of thought. But as you know, as in any of my videos, hey, I like to talk. But yeah, back to the Freedom Center and being around all these awesome, like-minded people. So actually, I joined the Trapper Anonymous group back in 2024. It was like June, around June. It was like the summertime. And I also joined the Patreon group, which which Trap will refer to as the streets. But yeah, I've learned so much from both places, to be honest. When you're in Trapper Anonymous, the group is a little bit smaller. Everything is a lot more orchestrated and organized. It's pretty awesome. And then you have the Patreon group. It's a lower entry as far as like what you have to pay or whatnot, but you still have a lot of the like-minded individuals in there. Trap jumps in there all the time. He's talking to us, which makes it even more motivating because Trap is a leader, and a lot of us look up to him. So for him to jump into the chat, talk to us, it makes it very personable. Like he's still a person just like any of us. So especially if you're able to comment on something or say something and he responds and you essentially feel heard, it builds into that community. And everybody, a lot of the people that I've run into the groups, everybody's been so personable. I know a couple of weeks ago I put up some selfies that when I visited the Charles Schwab forum, and we were doing options out there. Well, one of the people that I met up with was from Trap's group. Like we both had already said that, hey, when this happens in Orlando, we're gonna make sure that we meet each other out there. And it's crazy. It's like I wouldn't have met this individual if I did not essentially know Trap, right? So I just wanted to really focus on the fact that the community is strong. So when he named this event the family reunion, and that's exactly like what it felt like. It was pretty awesome. Like I felt like I would go up to, like, especially me, because I'm running around with a camera anyway, and I tend to have my jacket on, so it doesn't. Most of the time when I go to events and places and I have my stuff, people tend to think I'm staff anyway. And for me, being an introvert, it makes it a little easier to meet people and talk to people, because if anything, I can just get into my zone of doing what I love, which is my passion for photography, and essentially living behind the lens, and actually doing all the vlogging stuff and everything in front of the lens. And to be honest, it tends to take a lot out of me to sit down and do these, but I do know that I need to do it a lot more often, because just like Trap has been a pillar in my life, I want to be the same type of pillar in other people's lives as well. I want to be a mentor. I want to be a leader, just like Trap and all my mentors. that's another thing I wanted to mention, the merch store. When we got in, as soon as you get in there, he has this nice merch store. He had a lot of apparel out there. I went and got this. I got the black one. I got 2 t-shirts for myself, and I also got a couple t-shirts for my friend Khalid, who I met at the where we linked up at the Charles Schwab event. And yeah, it was he also had the mantra. You could have got a regular copy of it, or you can get a signed copy. Of course, I got the signed copy. I really feel like the family reunion, just and also because of the fact that it's going to be a reoccurring event, and this was the first one that this is all a part of history. Like, I probably mentioned in videos before, but I'm originally born in Muskogee, Oklahoma. So knowing about growing up miles away from Black Wall Street and being enriched in the culture, like, it means a lot to me. So, and now, being in Florida and Trap having a Freedom Center right in Atlanta, and, hey, it wasn't nothing for me to, hop in the truck and get out there and, support, because at the end of the day, it's the goal. It's not just a brand, like, it's a lifestyle. Everybody who went up there is committing to Wall Street looking like us. Let's see. Oh, so another thing that we did out there while I was out there, we had lunch. He had a couple food trucks come out. I'll have some photos. We'll add some photos in here and stuff. The lines were long. I will say that I don't know if they was anticipating for as many people to come that ended up coming, but yeah, I ended up getting the taco. I went to the taco truck, of course, because I love taco trucks, and I got a burrito, and it was so good. I will say that there was a vegan truck out there, stuff for vegans and vegetarians and stuff. It was a nice variety. I think that he definitely took a lot of preferences and stuff in consideration when he got the trucks. He wanted to have a nice variety, because a lot of people are switching their diets to more cleaner eating and stuff like that. For him to take the time to make sure that was there for us. I think that's pretty awesome. The atmosphere, shoot, man, let me tell you, Trap was hyped the whole time. I'm telling you, man, Trap jumped on that stage, you would have thought Lil Wayne was out there, how we was, getting lit. Matter of fact, they played a couple of Lil Wayne songs too, so, and some, I'd say some, they had a good mix. The DJ, he was doing his thing. Oh, they played a lot of oldies. They played a lot of classics. They played a lot of 2010. There wasn't like a whole bunch of like the new music from today. It was, and now that I like really think about it, when I think about the audience that was there, especially with having a marketing background, like the people that were there I'd say were from like mid-20s and up to around maybe like late 40s or so, but it was probably more concentrated in people who were between the ages of like 30 and 38. Was probably what I could see. I don't know what the actual turnout was, but I'd say most people, the bulk of the people there was between the ages of 30 and 38. Oh, another thing I wanted to mention. So, Trap, one thing about Trap, he definitely want to make sure that you get your money's worth, and time is money. This event was a free event. People took time to go out there, and Trap did everything he could to make sure that we got all the value that we could. he had a guest speaker come in. I was not expecting this at all. He had Inky Johnson there. It was definitely a awesome feeling to be, you know, in the same room with not only Trap, but Inky Johnson, and then all these like-minded people of people who understand the importance of investing and you know, making healthy wealth habits. You know, it was just a very awesome experience. The other thing that happened, there was a proposal. Jose ended up proposing, and you know, that was definitely a beautiful thing. That was awesome. I mean, it's definitely, you know, an event to remember. You know, it's definitely going to be, you know, a milestone in their lives, of course. But for it to happen on that same day, that just makes it even more awesome, you know. But yeah, I mean, I hope y'all, you know, enjoyed what I had to say. I will go ahead and throw a link in here to join Trap's group if you're interested in, you know, getting into learning the stock market. He makes it very digestible. He breaks it down. He breaks it down in a very understandable way. For lack of better words, he talks like us, so it makes it a lot more relatable when it comes to talking about the market and stuff. You know, just to be real, I'd say, you know, jump in the group, and if you ever see me, and whether it be in Trapper Anonymous or on the Patreon streets, you know, give me a shout out, and I'll be throwing up more photos. I definitely like and hope to see y'all at, you know, future events. There is another event coming up, which was the options masterclass. That's going on in December. So, you know, that's the next one. So, you know, definitely. And, you know, that's going to be a part of history too, because it's going to be the first one done live. Everything else has, you know, essentially been, you know, done in Zoom, in these video conferences. So, you know, it is what it is. But I hope y'all enjoyed my story. I hope y'all enjoyed the B-roll and the photos that are all in here. It was definitely an experience. I definitely can't wait to see all the other content creators stuff as well, just so I can relive the experience from their point of view. Like, I can't wait to check out their work as well. Big shout out to Trap. Trap stayed there until like 9 o'clock that night, making sure that he shook everybody's hand that wanted to come up and, you know, shake his hand and say something to him. Like Trap is a very, very humble person. He's a great mentor. He's a great leader, and I definitely look up to him. And it's kind of crazy because I feel like I'm on this mission now to be in the same spaces as my internet mentors, my digital mentors. There's not a difference to me, but, you know, my goal is to be in the same room with all the people that I consider my mentors. The next one that I definitely want to meet is Myron Golden, and it's awesome because a couple weeks ago I did see Trap on a Zoom call with Myron Golden that's on YouTube, and I'm just like, oh, like, you know, it's, you know, it's just a full circle event, like, you know, like how all, like, we're all like-minded, you know. I feel like we're all like-minded, and that, like, I listen to Byron Gold. I know he, like, Inky, the motivational speakers. Eric Thomas, gotta give a big shout out to him. Eric Thomas was probably the first motivational speaker that I really started following who could break things down and and just be themselves, and where I can see me and someone else and be inspired to do what they do as well. But like I said, I'm stop talking y'all ear off, and I hope y'all enjoyed the video. Make sure you like and subscribe, and I'll see y'all later.